It didn't take long for Janice Poon to decide that the flowers would be wisteria in a royal-inspired shade of purple. Wisteria is very cinematic and romantic, it signifies potential, says Poon. She draped the hanging blooms over a white painted wooden archway, cognizant that this was unlike any other recent assignment. In a case of art imitating life, the stylist was preparing for one of the biggest television moments of the year, the wedding of Meghan Markle. Except this would take place in Toronto, not London. And unlike the upcoming wedding of the American actress to Prince Harry, it would be held in the utmost secrecy. The nuptials of Markle's character, the lawyer Rachel Zane, to Herbo Mike Ross on the legal drama, Suits. The closed set would be in the Crystal Ballroom of the Omni King Edward Hotel in the downtown core. And security would be tight. When they first told me it was for Meghan, all I could think about was that for sure she's going to see these flowers and call me for the real thing, joked Poon, a veteran food and floral stylist who has worked on sets for Star Trek, Handmaid's Tale and Shape of Water, and has a cult following for her serial killer-inspired foods on Hannibal. I really wanted to create this feeling of intimacy for Meghan when she's covered by this arch, where she feels that she's really into that reality, where it seems like just like the two of them and this is the real thing. Dramatically, the season finale of the show on April 25th, featuring the swan song of both Markle's character and Canadian Patrick Adams, who plays Mike Ross, was a dud. Viewers had already lost interest in the character's on-again, off-again relationship. But Poon was determined to wring some emotional response from viewers. With her floral decoration, she had history in mind. The irony also wasn't lost on her that she would be Markle's florist before the royal florist stepped in. Poon's contribution included fabricating a starry ceiling in the Crystal Ballroom in a hotel that, in 1927, was graced by Harry's ancestor, the Prince of Wales, later King Edward VIII. The hotel that bears his name with its newly renovated ballroom, once the epicenter of the Canadian elite, has been a beneficiary of the TV wedding. We've always had a connection with the British Empire, says Christophe Le Chatin, the elegant general manager of the King Edward. And of course we were really delighted when we heard they were using our hotel for the wedding. He was standing in the hotel's main floor sovereign ballroom, which has served tea for more than a century, although in the earliest days women were not allowed in the front door and had to come in through the Victoria Street entrance. Le Chatin isn't shy about branding the hotel with royalty. The hotel is debuting a royal tea, which will be served from May 18th to 20, overlapping the actual royal wedding. Created by executive sous chef Elaine Wong, the $54 treat includes lemon and elderflower, wedding cake, a Sunday roast rare sirloin sandwich with peppered Stilton cream, and lavender and rose-infused shortbread with raspberry preserve. I made sure to also include ingredients like roast chicken, because Harry proposed to Meghan over a simple dish of roast chicken, says Wong. And because Markle is a proud Californian, there are California veggies with avocado sprouts and goat cheese. It's an ode to the USA, says Wong. Toronto-born Wong is an Anglophile at heart, and confesses a love for soaps such as Down Abbey and Victoria. She also likes Marmite, and her first boyfriend was British. So perhaps no one else in the city is as well equipped to channel a royalty service. I knew exactly what to do. It's traditional, but it's also a nod to Meghan and Prince Harry, says Wong. It's going to be a huge day, adds Le Chatin. She was Rachel when she got married here and now she's going on to the big event. I have a big affinity being French, and it was, of course, very upsetting personally many years ago to hear the news of Harry's mother Princess Diana and what happened to her in Paris. So it's great to see that Harry is getting married. And to think that we in Toronto have this royal connection makes it even more significant, if you include getting married on Suits. The royal wedding be Markle's third time at the altar. Her first was a much more casual affair on the beach in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. There she married film producer Trevor Engelson in 2011 in front of 102 guests. The royal event, of course, will be far more glamorous at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle before the Archbishop of Canterbury, and the world will be watching. Stylist Poon, meanwhile, didn't get the call from Buckingham Palace. The couple chose self-taught London florist Philippa Craddock, who plans to decorate the church in peonies, foxgloves and white garden roses. "It's okay, we had the privilege of being there first," laughs Poon. But seriously, in some ways it was like the real thing. When you're building something like this, all you can think about is catastrophe. Pillars falling, lights going out, the bride catching her dress on a nail. And then it all goes off without a hitch and you breathe a sigh of relief. No children were harmed and it was spectacular.